Hello, I'm Erica Lynn, better known as Erica Lynn Speaks.
If I can think about it for a second, learn to live life for the better. I had hard times, got a life coach for depression, got a life coach for depression. Now it's all mine, living days full of hard times. Ekalin, work on your mind, let's get on your grind. Working on the feelings inside, Ekalin got me on the rise.
Ekalin speaks, so the Ekalin speaks, so the Ekalin speaks, yeah, yeah. Ekalin speaks, so the Ekalin speaks, so the Ekalin speaks, yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, alright. Looking up when I fell on hard times. Hard times, they changed my mind. Got my head up, looking to the sky. Miss Lynn, she changed my life. Looking up when I fell on hard times. With her unique design. Got my head up, looking to the sky.
Ekalin speaks, so the Ekalin speaks, so the Ekalin speaks, yeah, yeah. Ekalin speaks, so the Ekalin.
Hello. This is your girl, Erica Lynn, and welcome back to another wonderful episode of Erica Lynn Speaks podcast. Y'all know how we do it over here. We like to play big or go home. Who are we playing big for? We are playing big for ourselves because if you don't pour into you, who else is going to pour into you, right? It's everything that you do in life, it starts with you. When you focus on what's going on within, man, it displays big time on your outer. So it is always time to focus on you. You know, I always like to use that analogy, right? That they use the cliche one, like when you're on the airplane and things is going bad and the oxygen mask drop down, they always tell you to put the mask on you first so that you'll be in a position to help everyone else that's with you. So that's what I mean by playing big. Put your oxygen mask on so you could be the best you for your wives, your husbands, your kids, your family, everybody that's attached to you. But do what you got to do so that you are going to win. And that's what these podcasts that I do. I try to give you the best advice and things and tools and tips that you can use so that you can win. Because we on the winning team here, right? We on the winning team. And that's why I love bringing the guest on that I bring on so that they provide things and tools to help you win as well. Because so today we're going to be talking about fashion and fitness. You know, when you look good, you feel good. Y'all know how Erica Lynn been doing it over here. But before we get started, I want to make sure that you share this podcast with everybody you know. And when you share this podcast, I want you to hashtag Erica Lynn Fam. You see it scrolling down at the bottom of the screen if you're not sure how to spell my name. But share it on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. You know, we're all on Erica Lynn Speaks. And so when you share it again, put hashtag Erica Lynn Fam. That way we know that you're showing us support and that everybody knows how to find us and we know how to find you. Because you guys, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube, we just live everywhere, right? We're going to continue to keep growing. So I'm not going to hold you off because I know I got phone calls today say, Erica, who's on the show? Who you bringing on the show? I said, y'all, I'm so excited about today's show because ever since this person has touched my life and touched me, like, I mean, I'm telling you, her arm reach is just impeccable, man. Just man, oh my God, like you would think I work for a Fortune 500 company or got millions of dollars flowing out because she just really just slayed me, okay? But she did more than just slay me physically, she slayed me mentally, and that was just the biggest blessing. And so what I'm going to say is when I said when you look good, you feel good. Sometimes you need other people to come into your life to be a blessing to you and show you how to look good, show you how to piece things together. Because sometimes you might have one part, but not the other part, and you don't know how to match it together and say, oh, I don't look good in this, or oh, I don't look good in that. Well, my next guest, honey, let me tell you, not only can she show you how to dress, teach you how to dress you, but she does so many other things. She's a mother, a wife, a mogul. I mean, oh my gosh, she just like touched lives all over the world. I see her in the church scene. One day I seen her walking down the street. I said, I know that was her. I mean, I could just spot her out across the street. She was just slaying. So I'm just not even going to hold you guys off anymore. And I want you to put your hands together and join me in welcoming Catrina Hurst to the stage, Stylist of the Year.
Oh,
Hi, Katrina.
hi, hello everyone. You are
How
so
are you today?
I'm just overjoyed and I'm thankful so much for you. Thank you just to God, thankful just to my family and everybody. And just, I'm honored to be a guest here on Erica Lynn Speaks. This is a wonderful platform and I'm so excited to be here.
Thank you. Thank you. Listen, like everybody don't know, I wasn't just talking. I was really serious because I just never was a person that really knew how to dress. And I did have a stylist before, but because of COVID, we had to virtually style. And
Mm.
so it's a different doing things virtually than it is in person. And you came in and not only did you help me dress, but you showed me how to pair things together. And from our encounter, I'm more willing to step outside of the box and try things that I don't normally try. But I want to know, how did you even get started with in the fashion industry?
Just honestly, being when I was 14 years old was when I started playing. I was always playing in my mom's heels. But when I was 14, I really started wearing high heels to school in ninth grade, seriously. And everybody thought I was a teacher because I already was 5'9.5", wearing heels. Now I'm 6 feet. And I'm not afraid. I'm walking straight up. My mother always poured confidence in us and self-esteem and said, it doesn't matter if you're tall, don't slump over, be proud of who you are, be comfortable in your own skin. So I had that confidence as a teen. So I started doing, church fashion shows. And then when I turned 18, hair shows. And then by the time I was in my 20s, I was on the runway. I'm just doing all types of shows all around. So God was like, you know what? I'm going to use you in the modeling industry to change the game and to change the narrative. And in 2010, just a quick testimony, I was allowed to be on the Oprah Winfrey Show. God blessed me to be a guest. And when I was a guest on her show to tell her about the community projects I do, she actually blessed myself with a car and gifts and a lot of different things, which I wasn't even expecting. I just was coming to tell her some things I do to give back. And God allowed me to take that car and turn it over. And I sold it back to Oprah and her crew. And it gave me the funds. So I started my own boutique and my own business. I already was an entrepreneur with my daycare center, but I always wanted to own a boutique because my goal was to help people feel good and comfortable in fashion. So that was my dream and my goal. I said, everybody, you're modeling right now, Erica. You are modeling that's just the jacket and the top. I mean, from the glasses to the hair. I mean, just sitting in there, just poised, your attitude, just your demeanor, everything. You're always modeling. If you had on a house coat and house shoes, you are modeling. Walking down the street with some with shorts on, and you're always a model for somebody because, believe it or not, you purchased that based off of what you saw it on. It was a mannequin, it was a person, so that person did their job. So you're always going to have to do your job.
Yeah. I think after you started styling me and you showed me how to pair pieces together, now when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is make my bed. And then the second thing I do is I pull the clothes out and I lay them across the bed and I start matching the belt with the earrings and the bracelets and the watch. And then because the glasses have gold in them, I try to like wear all the gold jewelry. But then when you didn't just style me like one way with the gold, you came back and said, okay, we got to do the silver. And we got, and I was like, oh, wow. You was like, don't forget the white belt. And I was like, dang, because for a long time, I wanted to know how to really like, it's when your stylists style you, you look good for that moment, right? But if they don't teach you the things that you need after that so that you can keep going without them or until they come back and style you again, then you're just only looking good for that moment. So you gave me the fundamentals.
Amen.
So thank you for that.
You're welcome. You were a wonderful, wonderful, just, I want to say muse. You were just great. You were just your body, your shape, everything is perfect. It was just right. I tell people all the time, when they pick people to wear clothes, sometimes you can have, even though I'm tall and slim, this is just how God made me. I could put on something. It has no life, nothing. It's just there. I can put it on you. It's like, thank you, Lord. You got it going on. It gives it the pop. It looks how it's supposed to look. So it's clothes for everybody's physique. And everybody isn't made for, everything isn't made for everybody. But what I like for people to do is feel comfortable. You have to feel comfortable in your pieces because it could be the same dress, But when you put it on a different person, it's like, okay, that's not what I was looking for, or it doesn't fit me like that. Well, it's not supposed to, because it may not be meant for your body type. But as soon as you find out what your body type is, you know, how you feeling and confident out, everybody, this is my thing. It's 2022. It's your prerogative. You can wear what you want to wear. They're wearing cowboy boots with shorts and sweatshirts in California. They're doing, I mean, it's all year round. There's so many types of things. It's your personality. Fashion has no type of, there are no limits. So people have to take any type of a limitation off of fashion, because it's what you feel like. Some days I might feel like short hair. Some days I may feel like long hair. Some days I may feel like a skirt. Some days jeans. Some days I might feel like heels. If not, I'll put on some gym shoes. It just depends on what you feel for that day and how do you look according to you and your style. And of course you have, you know, your look for work and your look for church and your look for a wedding and things like that. But it's still, once again, it's all about you.
Yeah. But when you don't know how to pair it together, you know, it's kind of challenging. And so my mom, she said hi. She's like, you know, I love the support system. So
Oh, beautiful queen.
And she also said, what a blessing to be on the Oprah show. Because Oprah was popping back then, boy. She was popping.
She was passing out gifts and doing everything. I mean, it was a total shock. I didn't even have time to watch Oprah. My sister was an Oprah fan, so she wrote a letter about me and what I do. I didn't even know she wrote this letter. So this was a surprise. But what I loved about Oprah, she didn't only give me the card and everything. She gave it to my sister also. Everybody in the audience got everything. Because my sister wrote the letter about me, she gave her as well. And I said, wow, Oprah. So I call her Auntie Oprah.
That was a blessing. Blessing. And my auntie, she's watching today. Hi, Auntie Jeannie.
Oh,
I'm telling you, boy, without my support system, sometimes I don't know where I'll be. They keep me going and they show me that, you know, what I'm doing is what God blessed me to do and put me on this path to do. And God has blessed you with so many things, you know, more than just fashion, but he was able to allow you to use fashion as a way to touch and bless other people. And I say that because I said, okay, Catrina, you gonna style me? I'll come over to you. You go ahead and order the pieces. You're like, no, we're gonna do this differently. We're gonna go to the store and we're gonna try on what we're gonna try on, so I can actually see what looks well on your body type. So not only did we do the shopping, but I felt so close to you in that moment. I was like, this is my new girlfriend. Like, this is my new friend. Like, I'm just like, I'm attached now. And it was some camaraderie that I needed in that moment, because we all have struggles, right? We have mentally and emotional struggles. And you were just able to be there for me without you even knowing that you were being there for me. So.
Oh, that means a lot. You know what? My heart is always open to people. I'm a people person. I've been the same way since I've been a little girl. I just like to make people happy and smile and laugh. And my main thing is I just want you to feel good. And your spirit was so sweet. And it just was so open and so humble. And I was like, whatever I can do to make this happen. Because when you say you had a shoot and this is going to be used here, there, I don't care if you just was doing it for fun. We were going to make this thing happen. And I didn't, when you think I have the ability to order, I can order the same thing that they order at Saks Fifth Avenue, the same thing at any store. I can order anything, but I wanted to make sure that it fit well. I wanted to the fit when I was, and it's funny because I can look at you and size you up and see what size everything is. And I take my hands, these are like my little magic hands. When I meet people, I take my hands and I put them around their waist right here. Once I find out what your waist is doing up here, I say, I got your size. And people are like, that's how you measure me? I'm like, I'm like, I can just take my hands and feel you, or I can just look at you and tell what looks good on you, you know, and I can see, okay, you might need a peplum, or you might need a jacket, or you might need something a little longer, you may need a little crop pants. It's just certain looks that I know that will look good in anybody's type. And it's just something that is a gift for me. I absolutely love fashion. My mom, she raised me like that. I was like her. She calls me a China doll. She calls me her personal doll, and she dressed me. I used to go to school like this when I was little. She dressed me up every day, and I think it just rubbed off on me. And I just want everybody to just experience, to feel good like a doll, because it really feels good when you have your pieces together. It gives you a confidence to know, like walking in, like, hey, I have myself together. You go into the meetings, and it just makes you know that, hey, I have the polished look. And that's exactly what you want to have, a polished look. And your pictures were phenomenal. Oh my gosh. Absolutely
Thank you.
gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It was so exciting. Yeah, we were like, I said, no, you need the silver watch. Well, I got
Yes.
the gold. No, you need both. Get both.
Yes. And it was funny because when I end up taking the shoes back, because I didn't try them on till I got home, I'm like, oh no, these hurt. And so I started to take the shoes back and just get the money, because that was the original plan in my head all week.
Right.
But I took the shoes back and I was like, let me find another bracelet or another earring to match with it, And so I end up finding a really pretty watch that matched the silver set. And so, because remember, you wanted me to have a silver watch and a gold watch. And so I end up doing that. But that just like, not only did he make me feel good, but it made me like feel girly,
Yeah.
right? Because I kind of always been tomboyish in the
Mhm.
sense. And so it just made me feel girly. And I would see other women, such as yourself, even at the conference. And I was like, dang, I want to dress like that. I would dress real simple. I never had enough courage, I guess I would say, to wear statement pieces.
Right.
And so you have all these statement pieces, but also knowing how to put them together, was something that I needed to learn how to do. And so now, wearing statement pieces, like I never wore checkerboard pants before, and like all that kind of stuff, and throwing and put some high heels. Even with my bad foot, I mean, walking around practicing with my high heels on, like I'm gonna get this right. So that's cool. But you are really, truly blessed with a gift. And so because of your gift, you were able to open up your own boutique. Tell everyone what's the name of your boutique, and tell them like what type of style of clothing that they can find in your boutique.
Yes. You can find, the name of it is Throne Boutique. THRONE boutique.com is our website. And it just started, like I say, thank you, Auntie Oprah. I was in a location for 3 years in St. Clair Shores, and God said, shut it down. He said, go all online only. And I was contemplating. I said, you sure you want me to close it down? And he said, what did I say? And I can tell you, being obedient to him, I shut it down, and the guy has allowed me to have a customer every day. When I was sitting in that boutique for 3 years, I was in there like this.
Oh.
Seriously, crickets, waiting. I would do a fashion show every other weekend. I would vendor, but I was taking my items in and out. The boutique had became a warehouse. It had became just a place where I ship in and out. But God said, I want you to interact with people. I want you to have a showroom. I want you to do different things. But it wasn't at that location. I said, okay. And it wasn't until I closed it totally down and walked in obedience with that boutique that he said, here you go. And when I tell you, we have clothes from sizes 0 to 6X. We do, as she stated, we will personal shop, we style. We have dresses, pants, slacks. Look at the website. We have great collections. I even have a service called Sleeping in Beauty, where if you have a loved one that may have passed and that may be deceased, and you need them to be dressed for the services, I will personal shop for them, purchase their clothes, their undergarments, their dress, and get them dressed. I personally won't put it on there, but I'll make sure it gets to the funeral home or to wherever it needs to get to. You tell me what the color is. That's a service that God allowed me to do. Because I had a lot of people always calling me saying, Catrina, so-and-so needs a dress. I need something for the funeral. We need the family. And I God say, put a service together. So I was able to do that. I also shop for proms, homecomings. If you have an anniversary, if you just want a date night, if you have young people, teenagers going to homecoming, they need pictures for senior pictures, whatever it is. If you see something at a boutique, I can get it. If you have, if you just want to update your wardrobe, if you want me to come and restyle your closet, I can come and do that as well. It's certain things that, it's just certain things, whatever you think that you can't wear, trust me, I can change your mind. If you may say, I don't like belts, I don't want to wear a belt. Let's just try it on just to see. It can change. Trust me, the whole parameter of what you're trying to do. You're like, wow, this actually, it takes me back to when I first started the boutique. God allowed me to be a stylist for a bariatric, paid for like just a whole about 10 women at the DMC. Okay. So it blessed my heart because a lot of the women were still in the mindset of, okay, I'm larger, I can't wear that. And I say, trust me. And when I put the clothes on them, they were in tears.
Mm.
It blessed me to see that I just opened their eyes to a whole new life of fashion. And that's what I love to do. And I try to boost all the women and boost their self-esteem, not just with the fashion, but just to let them know you are a queen. And when I talk about the queens and everything that I do, the queens are qualified, unique, educated, encouraging, and nurturing sisters. And you are a woman and you're qualified to have nice things. You are unique. That means you are chosen and you are handpicked. You're educated. It doesn't have to be talking about the degree, but you are educated enough in life in what you're doing. And we all have to gain more. You are encouraging. Believe it or not, the light that's in you is going to encourage somebody else. Just when you walking in with your confidence with your new outfit on. And you are a nurturer. We are women. So we are born nurturers. We take care of pets, plants, children, ourselves, men, the neighbor, our cars. We are nurturers. We nurture something. And sisters, we are all somebody's sister in one way or another. Erica, you are my sister. You are my queen sister. I thank God that I met you. And I met you even before this conference. It was just a blessing. I'm glad we were able to connect. And Erica's persistent. Erica's a businesswoman for real. I'm a businesswoman too. And I'm like, I've been an entrepreneur for 20 years and I'm persistent, but Erica got me on this one. Erica was like, look, you're going to style me. What time I need to be ready? Where we going? What I got to try on? What you want my measurements? I'm like, Erica, and at the same time, I was finishing up my master's class. I graduated, thank God, this Saturday.
Congratulations!
Thank God, I'm just praising God for just being able to juggle all of this. But once again, as queens, we have to know how to we have to multitask. We have to wear many, many hats. But in the midst of that, the fashion is what I love to do. Fashion is my passion. It really is.
That's wonderful. So listen, so my mom, she says that my sister and I need to visit Catrina, right? So they want to get fashionable stuff also. But then my mom asked the question. She says, does it take a lot of money to get an okay look?
You know what? No. You know what? Not really. Believe it or not, you probably have some items in your closet right now that you can even mix and match and put. And it was funny because for years, my mother always taught us not to mix and match. She taught us to keep the piece with the piece so that one piece wouldn't get worn out and the other piece was still. And so I was raised like that. So here I am with all these suits and two pieces in my closet. I'm like, I can't mix and match. No, because I don't want it to be worn out. So I will wear something one time a year and it's like, it's still brand new. And it tickles me. And there's nothing wrong with that. But now as I'm getting more into fashion, you can take a blazer and wear with a pair of jeans. You can wear with a pencil skirt. You can wear with the suit pants. You can wear with a pair of shorts and a cute tank and some gym shoes or some sandals. It just all depends on how you want to mix it up and where you're going. You could be going to brunch. You could be going to a meeting. So you can take some money and believe it or not, you can go to the thrift and clean up. So it just depends on what you're doing and where you're going. Excuse me.
Yes. So so she's saying that you probably got some pieces in your closet that you got to know how to style. Well, you got to know how to mix and match, or just try it. Don't be afraid, like, oh, I can't put this together, because that's truly what I've been doing. I've been like, oh, okay, we got this. Let me put this together. And so when she picked this top out, she also picked the suit jacket. So I found some white short pants, the capri pants that were in my closet from previously. And then I put the high heels on, put all the gold to match the gold in the glasses.
Come on, girl.
And then I was like, oh, I was just killing it today. Like, oh, and I like that because now if I'm rushing, I don't have to come home and do all of this stuff. I could just get right to the podcast. We can do the podcast live and I still look, you know what I mean? I didn't have to just dress up solely for the podcast.
Right.
Like these are my everyday, all day looks now.
Good. And let me ask you this, Erica. When you did get home, did you see things in your closet? You was like, oh, I've had this. I should have wore this, or that could go with this. You know, like you just said, but you probably see even more.
Yes, I did. But the problem that I had, like even with the pants, I ironed them, and then they're too big. Like
Right.
the old clothes are too big, but
It's
I
good.
wore them anyway. I
Okay.
was like, so
Okay.
what? Like, I just had to, like, we had bought this stretchy belt, the waist belt, and so these pants don't have belt loops. So I took them and pulled them up as high as I could, and put the stretchy belt around it so the pants won't fall down to make it seem like that is fit.
See there?
So, like, I was able to do the illusion.
That's right. That's, you know what? It's all about the illusion. You never know, because it's some things like I buy whatever I see I like. I buy. I'm like, oh, this is too big. I say I can put a belt on, or I can get it taken up. You find some good deals. Don't be afraid to go to the sale rack. Don't be afraid to mix and match. And just be stuck in the same thing, or just go to the same stores. Believe it or not, you can go to some high-end stores. You can go to some low-end stores. You can find some great things on all the racks.
Yes, yes. So now listen, my mom just put another question in there. So this is another part of your business that if you don't do, you probably will do, and you can do it through Zoom, and people probably would pay a couple dollars, to come into the class. So what she asked was, do she have classes to teach people how to dress?
You know what? Yes, and we will. Erica, look. Yes, I just thank God for Erica so much. Now I actually have a modeling school. I've been doing this. I've been doing this modeling school since 2010, and it's a modeling school, self-esteem, and it's for women, children, teens. I say it's from ages 4 to 99. It's all ages, and I was doing it until the pandemic hit. We had our last fashion show at Eastland Mall, which they're just turning down. We used the whole inside of the mall over by our previous restaurant, and it was an 8-week course, and it talked about fashion, it talked about shopping, it talked about walking, poise, your stance. And what I love about it, I had women, like one lady in one of my classes one time, she had just had a knee surgery, so she had to learn how to walk in heels again. Another young lady was getting ready to go to prom, so she didn't know how to walk in heels. And then I had the smaller young girls who just wanted to be a model. So I had all different types, but it was a class. But the first thing about the class was we had to find out who we were. Okay. It wasn't about the outer look. It was about the inside together. Yeah. And so that class, it talked about being a positive role model. And once you become the positive role model first, then everything else that you put on will look great, because you can put on something, but it'll still be ugly if you don't have that together.
That's right.
So that's what my class was about. But it also talked about fashion. We went shopping. We did a photo shoot. It was a very, very good class. It was it wasn't expensive at all. It was very inexpensive. But for now, we're into streamline on the 2022. Yes, I will have a class that'll be moving forward, and we can do it on Zoom. And I can get all the details to Erica.
Awesome. And listen, I want to come to the class because it's funny, I haven't worn heels in a couple years because I had gained so much weight that it put a lot of pressure on my foot. And so I gave all the high heels away. Even my best high heels, I gave them to my sister, and she won't even give them back. But that's another story.
That's okay.
But so when I started losing the weight as I am now, I have plantar fasciitis in my left foot. So he said that you can wear heels, but maybe like once, in the morning, like if you go to work, but then take them off. He said, don't walk barefooted. So I've been wearing them every day, or at least 4 days a week, but I'm literally like practicing because I'm not really quite confident yet about wearing heels out in public. Because I don't because when I wore heels before, I had this walk like,
woo. Do.
Yeah. So now I walk like
I'm creeping.
Like I'm borrowing my mama high heels or something,
Let me tell you a secret about shoes and about heels. My former boss, God rest her soul, she taught me about high heels. Even I learned from my mom, but far as like in the workplace, because I worked at Children's Hospital before I became a daycare owner. I worked at Children's for 13 years, and they called me the supermodel of Children's back in the day when I was working there. Because I came in dressed every day, and that was from age 15 to 28. I came in dressed every day at Children's like this. I would show up every day, and I would walk from the office to the cafeteria. That was my runway. So I would practice walking runway there, this and that. And she told me, when you drive in some flats to get where you're going. Carry your heels in the bag. When you get to where you're going, put your heels on. Then you get out the car and you walk into where you're going with your heels on. When you get back in that car, you kick them heels right back off and put your flats back on. Also, if you go and you're sitting down at the table, definitely if it has a cover, just relax your feet, pop your shoes off for me, relax your feet, give them a break. And if you're at your desk, always have your comfortable pair of flats with you at your desk to walk around in. But if you feel like it, put your heels on, because those heels can get tricky. They can cause veins, and some extra veins in the back of your legs, like a varicose vein. They can, of course, corns and different things on your feet. They can cause issues with your feet, but just have to be very careful. Now, when it comes to heels, when you may have extra weight, just try a wedge, a heel with that nice square heel. Try to stay away from the real sharp heels, like in anything that's real high. Don't try to go high. Just come down about 2 inches. I don't care if it's a kitten heel, if it's real high. It's so many different variations, but those are different things that we talk about in class. So it's so much in fashion that you want to know. And now a lot of people, since they're working from home, you're wearing gym shoes, and a lot of workplaces are allowing you to wear jeans and gym shoes and come a little bit more casual. So it's so it's comfortable. And everybody teases me because they say, Catrina, you're always wearing heels. Your gym shoes have high heels in them. I'm like, yeah, they do. They do have a little wedge. They have a nice little 3-4 inch wedge. And I just found some Balenciagas that's an actual gym shoe in the front. But why is it a pointy heel in the back? And I was thinking of buying them because it's me all the way. It's gym shoe in the front and party in the back.
At least you know your flavor. You know what I'm saying? You know what looks good on you and what doesn't. And then you're willing to step out there and try something that I probably wouldn't try that, right? Because I don't have the wardrobe to go with it, right? But you have all these different statement pieces that you could just throw together. I would have to purchase like the whole ensemble in order to do so.
No, Erica, believe it or not, you wouldn't, because you have some nice pieces especially in your new wardrobe that we just put together. You have some nice pieces that you can wear up or down. That 2-piece set with the print, the top and the bottom, which you would do at first. It was hilarious because when I pulled it for you, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to wear that. But when you put it on, baby, that fit was it. And it was killing it from the top to the bottom. So it just blessed me. But for example, you can wear that with some cute little white gym shoes.
Okay. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Okay.
So all white gym shoes. You can wear that, or you can do a pop of color, some red gym shoes, because it's blue and white. It's navy. So you can do a pop of color with that, and then put you on a necklace to match your gym shoe.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So you got the new to add too.
Yeah, because like even so my actual birthday is Tuesday, May 10th. And so all that we were doing, we're gearing up, for the birthday. And so I'm having a happy hour birthday party / thing. And so I think I'm gonna actually wear the actual birthday outfit that I took the photo shoot in.
Which one?
The black one with the black pants and
yes.
So and so my team, they're creating like the content and stuff to drop on social media, because like we said, you can't on your birthday you can't do a photo shoot and have the photos ready and do it so we had to do the photo shoot ahead of time, and I learned that from being in this industry, things that people see on social media, they're not done that same day. Those things are prepared ahead of time. But just knowing the preparation, it helped with just preparing to get up and go to work every day. So I don't have to dress like this at work. We could wear just dress down and gym shoes, but I go to work and I be slaying. And every day the one lady say, "Are you doing the podcast today? Are you?" I go, "No, my stylist dressed me."
I'm so excited. That was the goal. That's the goal. And that's what I want. I want to make sure that you feel that way every day. So I'm telling you, your theme for today is definitely right on time, because believe it or not, we've been at home from the pandemic for the last, almost 2.5 years. So we went from putting clothes on and being dressed up to just relax, or Zoom meeting. So I'm dressed from the top on up. And if you saw my bottoms, you'll be cracking up. So So it's like people, they got comfortable.
Mhm.
And they didn't wear heels for 2 or 3 years. I didn't wear heels for like a year. So it took me, my feet were going like, wait a minute, what's going on? Hold on a minute. You want me to go up to a 5-inch heel? I had to slowly get my feet back together. I said, ooh, this don't feel good.
Yeah.
But once you get on once you get to going, it's done.
Yeah. Yeah. And so look, mama, she all in this podcast today. She says, I want to learn the secrets of dressing. And so because she's saying that, how can other people actually learn secrets of dressing? Like, do they have to get a stylist, or can they attend a class? Like, what would you recommend a person to do if they're like a self-taught person, for example? How would they learn how to dress?
They can actually, they have a lot of informative things on YouTube. Definitely, they can definitely look something on, and I'll be posting some classes on YouTube as well, and I'll have some workshops and classes to help to push. Kindness, it can be more like a personal, one-on-one thing, because everybody look is not for everybody,
right?
So and everybody's style, and it's okay. It's okay. Some pieces I was picking up for Erica was like, oh, nah, that's not me. And something I was picking up like, I'll take 2 of these myself.
Wait, because we supposed to be in there shopping for me. She done bought 15 jackets. She done it was so funny. And it was funny because in my mind, I had a certain budget that I wanted to spend. Man, I went over that budget 2-3 times, but I didn't want to have to put nothing back. And it was so funny. I put like 3 things back, the 3 sweaters. And after I paid for all my stuff, I was looking at the sweaters like, why did I have to put those sweaters back? So I go over to like, okay, I'm just going to get this one sweater. And then that's when you were like, I'll pay for the sweater. I was like, oh.
I said, let me pour into her, because you are definitely, you had shopped so good, and it was like, it was just a blessing. I mean, I love to shop. When you're doing something, you have to really love to do it, because it took us a few hours, so it takes patience.
Yes,
it wasn't just now I can't go in and say I need a red shoe, and God will lead me right to the shoe, and I can walk right out with it. But when she's everything she said she wanted, I say, okay, Lord, what does she need? Boom. And he sent me to everything she needed. Everything I picked up was like, you gonna try this on? I mean, you tried on about 40 pieces.
I did.
She tried on a lot of
pieces. I did. And like, your service was just right on point, y'all, because I'm trying on the pieces. If it didn't look right, she gonna take that off. Like, we're not wasting no time. Like, I think this okay. She like, take that off. And she right there with the hanger, hanging it up, giving me another piece. And we're trying on, piece after piece. And then I might put this top on, and then she'll go, okay, well, put these pants on, or don't change that top. I want to try with this. So like, we mixed and matched like all different ways, and that was just, it was fun, first of all. And then every outfit that she really, really liked, she was like, step out of the dressing room. And so we're taking photos. So now that I have something to look at, like now I have like a photo collage. So it's like, when I, if I'm getting dressed in the future, I have this collage, like, because I tried on these outfits. And so like, she just created like this whole fashion. So I got a fashion book. Yes. And I have, the clothes to go with it, but you also touch like the fundamentals, you know what I mean? Like a black piece, a white piece. Like, you gave me all the fundamental pieces that if a person couldn't afford to keep going shopping, you gave me all the basics that you were able to pair with other things.
Yes, it's very important. And those are all services that I do provide. I can teach you about the fundamentals, the classic looks, the things that will stay in style 20 years from now. Like camouflage. This will never go out of style. The Army's not going anywhere. This is something you can have forever. But some camouflage you get, you're like, I don't know. But it's all about, like I say, what you feel, how you feel, what you want to what goal you are trying to reach, and it's just you. Everybody's individual, so it just depends on you. So I'm very honored to be able to be in your closet.
Listen, I'm over here like I wonder if she got some time available this weekend because I'm going to Myrtle Beach
Yeah,
and I need some Myrtle Beach clothes.
I, so I say playing in the water clothes. I'm all for it. I'm down for it. And
Because
you
that's
have
a whole new, like, that's a whole new
that's
style of clothes
the way
because
to wear.
I'm not really too keen on showing my legs. And so I know you would like pull certain things out of me.
Mhm.
But like mama, she was saying, she never thought about looking on YouTube. But
Mm.
then Patrick, he chimed in and said, you are your brand. You're
That's
doing he talked about me, you are your brand, you're doing a great job at it. E. Thank you. But
yeah.
then so we got the comments coming in. And so she says, I never loved to shop, but my sister Jeannie loved to shop, which
Okay.
she is watching the podcast. Oh my God, that's style diva, okay? With
Uh,
the big Gucci glasses and the
yeah,
bling or whatever. Like she like the big frames and they
yes,
blinged out. The
auntie.
nails be sharp. She be sharp.
That's my type of auntie.
So I'm gonna have to let you meet Auntie.
Yes, yes.
So Patrick says styling is your identity. Would you like to touch on that? How styling is your identity?
Yes, it is. For example, me. When people see me, they identify me with a high heel. They identify me definitely with fashion. When they see me coming, they're like, okay, they're looking forward to when I come in. When you come into a room, you want to command the room. You want to have power without even opening your mouth. And depending on what you have on, that can either bring air into the room or it can let air out of a room. You know,
Yeah.
you ever have somebody come in, you like, whoo, what do they got on? The whole conversation just gears towards them. It's like you just lose your focus. But then you have somebody come in like, you know what, she is sharp. And what I love about it, when you are confident and it's your identity, you're able to give compliments to others when they're sharp or when they are in tune. You know, you can go to a place and you can say, you know what, I know so and so is going to be there, so it's going to be a great look. We're going to have fun. It's just about being unique and being you. And for example, we have season tickets to the Piston game. So we have had tickets since back when it was back at the Palace, my husband and I and my son. So this year we actually got floor seats for this last season. So I said, you're not on the floor, you got to be together because the cameras is out there. Everybody, it's not just you just come in and you just sit. But even when I set up on the main floor around the ring, the court, I always, every time I go out the door, I have to make sure I'm together. But I made sure I took a picture every time we went. I made sure I was together, and it got to the point everybody was like, "Who is she? What is she doing? Does she work here?" Then I could hear people chiming in, talk, and then it got to the point where they had to come and say something to me. And they're like, wow, we really enjoy. We come to the game just to see what you're gonna have on each week. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, it's just what I do. But I'm my brand. I'm always representing. I'm always letting people know. So now I just got a call today that they want to use some pictures of myself and my husband in one of the commercials that you're ready to do from the Piston game. So all of the pictures I've been taking at the games just on my own phone and just posting for my own fun. Now they want to actually use those pictures and pay us for them. So you never know who's watching you.
Yes.
You just don't know who, you might bring a spark to their life or some joy to someone's life with fashion.
Yes. And I can tell you this, that I speak as Erica Lynn speaks. I have the brand, the podcast, the website, all of that. But I was missing that one component. And when you help me with my style of dressing, of who I really am, now I really am my brand of Erica Lynn Speaks. And so now when I walk into a room, people are like, who is she? Is she famous? Who is, like, you know what I mean? And even when I was at the hospital with my brother the other day, the nurses is like, oh, and people are looking at me because you got me in these belts that I would have never picked out, but I'm just so in love with these belts. And then with Patrick, he's my nail tech, right? So I got a hell of a glam squad.
Yes.
And so, I mean, for real, my glam squad is just the bomb, y'all.
Yeah.
And see, I'm sharing my glam squad with y'all. And I could be selfish and keep them to myself, but I wouldn't get my blessings from that, right?
That's right.
But he always, like, one day when because I was heavy into working out, we're in the pandemic, I would always go to the shop in my workout clothes, my gym shoes and stuff. And one day he said to me, like, you are your brand. And he literally like looked at me with such force saying, don't come in the shop no more with your gym shoes on and your workout clothes. He's like, when you step out of that house, you are your brand. So don't come in here no more. So now I go in the shop looking like I look, and then he always tease me like, oh, you practicing in these high heels again.
I love it. I love
so that's a blessing to be
blessing.
blessed with people such as yourself and Patrick and everyone else.
Yeah. And thank you, Patrick, so much. I love her nails. I told her that when I first met her. I seen her. I'm like, oh, beautiful. And one thing about it is I had made it a habit because by me working in children's for all those years, I never wore gym shoes. So, and even during the pandemic, must be inside. I own a daycare center. I would go to dress in my daycare center like this in high heels. So they called me Claire Huxtable. And everybody was going, you in the daycare walking around with high heels on. I'm going, well, yeah, I'm a businesswoman. This is, my business. I'm the director. I'm like, okay, I need to go do something with the kids. Sure. I'm doing circle time. I'm having fun. But you never know, I may have to go out to a meeting or something, but I'm always presentable. I'm always together. And I had to buy a whole new, about 25 new sets of clothes to work out in with the matching sets, with the matching shoes. So if I do have to step out, going to the gym or going to the store, it's matching. And so that's the next thing we'll work on, Erica. I mean, it's so many different things because they have cute workout sets that you're cute. Like, oh, wow, this is cute. It's really cute, fashionable. I can work out in it, but I do understand what you're saying, Patrick. It's like, look now, don't be coming up. It has.
He say, bless you. Thank you so much.
I got you, Patrick. Look, we here. I got you.
I'll tell you, because when I went to him last night, Catrina, like I've never had green nails before. Let me see if I can. Like he slayed my nails last night.
Gorgeous. Go, Patrick. I told you, Patrick, you're the bomb. You're the bomb. I thank you so much. But see, but that's my mother. See, my mother, I have 5 sisters. So it's all girls. So it was nothing but dress up time for her and dress up. But what I love about my mother, she doesn't mind me to tell her story, is that when she grew up, she grew up poor. So she had 14 sisters and brothers. You know how you grew up in just back in the 70s. So she had to take she had to make her own clothes and this and that. But one thing about it is she made sure that we didn't grow up poor. She made sure that we had everything. She taught us how to shop at Neiman Marcus, how to shop at Saks, how to shop at Kmart, how to shop at the Salvation Army. She taught us how to mix and match. She said, because you never know where you may be in life. But she always told us, though, be blessed, keep God first, and treat people how you want to be treated. Those were her rules. And respect and, your sisters, always care for each other. So she kept us together, took us to church. So every Sunday, we would be in church dressed up in our pretty dresses for the morning service at 11. By the time for 3 o'clock, we didn't went home. She didn't change clothes into our little casual comfort. But we got bows, we cute, we together. My mother didn't play around. She loved fashion. So out of all the girls, though, I was the only girl that took on her fashion hat and decided to do how she raised us up. And I love, now my other sisters, they can dress, everybody had their own style, but I literally took the baton and I ran with it. And I'm telling you, I love fashion. I'm always invited to walking shows. I've been modeling for over 30 years, but I like to teach others and I like to pour into others. And I've been doing a couple shoots behind the scenes. I just did a shoot last Saturday. I did a shoot a couple weeks ago. So I haven't released my pictures yet because, like you say, these are all prepping.
Yeah.
For something that's coming up.
Yeah, because I haven't released all of the pictures. I have my team designing the flyer here and the flyer there, and people are like, whoa, okay, you look good. And so, that makes me feel good because I've been putting in a lot of work to lose the weight that I have lost, and I still have a way to go. But that doesn't mean, and this is something that we can say, because we say fashion to fitness, right? But most people are under the impression that say your goal is to lose 100 pounds, that you can't put on any clothes until you lose that 100 pounds. Well, honey, I'm just going to tell you, Catrina showed me that I don't have to wait until I finish losing that total amount. We put some pieces together that I can wear because who knows how long it's going to take you to lose 100 pounds? Does that mean that you just got to wear sweats and jogging suits every day until you lose the 100 pounds? No, you don't. You can still be fabulous and fashionable and when you look good, you feel good.
That's so true. That's very true. I mean, you hit the nail on the head. And everybody, and let me tell you, everybody look may not be my look. Like Erica, she may say, I don't really care too much for the puff sleeve. I don't like that bow up on my neck. You know, everybody look, and it's fine. And I said, okay, we're gonna find something that fits you. And then you never know. One day she may wake up and say, you know what? I'm going to a thing. I want to put a bow on my neck. You know, how do I do that? Or I want to put a brooch right here. And I want to wear a hat. Do you? It's exactly. Do what you feel. Try it. If it doesn't work, then hey, because a lot of things. Now I'm little, and a lot of people like, you know, I'll see them out in spandex or different things. I just was always raised. I just was uncomfortable, you know, like with showing too much in my tail, and I don't even have a big old tail. But sometimes I'll put it on. I'm like, oh, okay. And then even though I've been married for 22 years, it's still a respect for my husband. You know, it's just still a respect just for myself. So some things I put in may fit. I could wear some things like this is sharp, and some stuff I'm like, that's just showing just a little too much body. You know, that's just respect for myself. But every person is different. You know, everybody. Some people put stuff on. Like my mother, she has a Coca-Cola bottle shape after having her 6 daughters. She's 68 years old and still she works out every day. Breast cancer survivor, an awesome woman of God, a minister, shaped like a Coca-Cola bottle. She could put on a house coat and still had a Coca-Cola bottle shape. So no matter what she have on, I'm like, she would wear a nurse's uniform to church and nurse every Sunday. It's the deacon still be like, I need some water. So no matter what she put on, she was still like, hey, you know, but I'm like, hey, you can't help it. If you got it, you just got it. And don't be ashamed to show it. That's what I want people to know. So I'm like, you know what? You got it, honey. You got it. Honestly, people are paying money to have BBLs and breast lips, and they taking other parts of their shoulder, putting it in their butt, and taking their ankle, putting it in their butt, and taking everything. So just if you have a shape, a body, wear it. Wear what you're comfortable in. If you don't feel like comfortable, then that's when you put your little jacket on. Or you may put on, you may don't want to show your cleavage. You put a camisole on and then put your little thing on. You know, it's just all about how you wear. It's just about you being comfortable.
Yeah, and that's good, because for a long time, like my auntie, she probably still watching. She raised us to, when you stand up, pull your shirt down, cover your butt. She'd be like, cover your butt, niece, cover your butt. And so I would always cover my butt. And then mama would say, well, pull your coat down because you don't want that air to get up in your coat. Then you're going to catch something in your body. And so it wasn't until I met the first stylist that she said, that first photo shoot I did, she said, it's cute, but we can't see your body. You covering your butt. You gotta say whatever my auntie say. I'm supposed to cover my butt. She said, no more covering your butt. God bless you with it. We're gonna show it off. It's a way that you can show it off. Still had the poof in your belly, but still look tasteful and ladylike.
That's right. And it's all about, I mean, they have so many different people. They have the Instagram models, they have this and that. And like I said, everybody do what you're comfortable with. But for you find what works best for you. And then that way you can say, you know what? Okay, because for a long time I didn't even wear cat suits and a lot of stuff because I was like, it's just showing too much and make you feel kind of naked. That was just with me with certain things. But I will put it on and now I put a jacket on top. But it was just, if I was missing out on the part of fashion, it's really comfortable. And I mean, but if it's all about, and that's just me, I'm a woman of God. So it's just certain things that I just don't do. Now, and everybody, just do what floats your boat.
Yes. So look, so for Mosa, they're watching us on YouTube because we got people watching us on YouTube and on Facebook. She said, y'all hilarious. I love it. Great advice and humor. I love the show. And then she came back with, speaking of fashion, the ladies are slaying today. Well, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
And so Patrick, he kind of touched in on what we said earlier, live through your transition. So, and oftentimes, when people going through their transitions, they don't know how to live. And so, we're providing techniques and tools, things that you can use so that you can live through your transition. That's if you're going through a transition, or you will be going through one, or you just come out of one and you need a little help, y'all be able to find Catrina. We're going to give you her information so you can reach out to her. Because I know if I needed her, I know all of you all need her too.
Oh, thank you.
And so Martha, she says, I stopped dressing since my son has been sick. Now you are encouraging me, Catrina.
Yes. Oh, we're going to pray for your son too. What is his name? Because I definitely put him in my prayer box. And also, whenever you go see your son, the same way that he's used to seeing you dressing, keep it going. That's going to help to heal him. It's going to help to bring some extra to him. Trust me. Don't stop. Don't stop being you. It makes you feel better. It just makes your whole world just come to life. A lot of times we may lose a loved one, or we may get sick, or we may change jobs, or may break up in a relationship. My mother always told me, you are never glued to anybody at the hip. Take care of yourself. Get up, get dressed, put some spunk behind you, and live. Live just like you used to live. And I'm not saying that you're not doing that because of your son. The thing is, keep it going, because it may bring him some extra joy to say, you know what, my mom is still doing this here, and that's what you want.
So it's my brother Willie Jr. She put his name up there for you.
I'm gonna be praying for Willie Jr.
Yes. So like as I said, we've been talking about when you look good, you feel good. You guys, Catrina and I have been giving you Catrina has been giving you wonderful tips on how to look good and just keep moving forward. And so, Catrina, I want you to tell people how they can reach you. And I want you to give them a takeaway of saying that, with a tip or a tool or something that they can walk away from this podcast today and apply it in their life in some way. And so that they are starting living through their transition.
Okay, no problem. You definitely can reach me via Facebook, Catrina Hurst, the Catrina Hurst, and on Instagram, Queen on a Throne, and also Facebook, Queen on a Throne. Also, I have two on Facebook, and the website is throneboutique.com. And Erica, she has my direct phone number if you'd like to contact me. She knows how to get in.
We lost your audio, Catrina, or did I? Can you guys hear her? Because I lost her audio.
I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go.
I'm back. I'm so sorry. I was just talking. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. That's what. Hey, listen, I got an awesome podcast editor, and so by the time you reach the website, that part will be gone. That part will be fixed, and so that's what I love about transparency and being authentic, because we are human and things happen. But Kim, he'll take care of that. So when you reach the final replay of the podcast, that won't even be there.
Okay, so just real quick, you can definitely reach me at Queen on a Throne via Facebook, Instagram, or Catrina Hurst on Facebook. Throneboutique.com is our website, and Erica has my personal number. I don't mind her sharing it if you'd like to make an appointment. We have some things in store. As far as takeaway, since we've been in the pandemic, and even afterward, just in life period, I want to make sure that you take a look in the mirror and push the reset button. It's time to reset your life. It's time to say, you know what, out with the old, in with the new. We have made it out of winter. We are jumping into spring. Summer is right around the corner. Think about what can you do to make yourself feel better, look better, and do better. It may be taking a class. It might be, cutting a relationship. It might be starting a new relationship. It might be getting to learn how to date yourself and to be happy. If you are alone, guess what? You're never alone, because God is always with you. But as far as you may have to go take yourself out to eat, go to the movies, go to the carnival, go to do something, have fun, go to a concert, do it. Have fun, enjoy yourself. And also, just like I said, take a look in the mirror, find out what looks good on you. If it's something you don't like about yourself, change it. You can work out, you can eat better, drink more water, go on YouTube, go on Google. That's my best friend. It's been my best friend. Anything you want to find out, ask Mr. Google. He will help you. And just be unique. Be yourself. Know that you are queens and kings and who you belong to and who you are. And you can accomplish anything. And you're never too old to start over.
That's right, man.
I want to tell somebody that. You're never too old to start over. You're never too old, or it's not too late to even fall in love. So just remember those things, and just be unique, be yourself. Can't nobody beat you at being you. My mom always told me, when God made me, he broke the mold. My mother's a very wise woman. and I take her knowledge. I'm glad she grew up how she did, because it makes us to appreciate life. She told us all of her stories, and I was like, wow, nobody but God kept you and have you to be a strong woman like this. And then she poured it into us, and I'm able to share with you all. So thank you so much, Erica, for having me.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Pastor Barb, she chimed in here. Hi, Pastor Barb. How you doing? She said, I love that. Live through your transition.
Yes.
And
yes,
Mom said, thank you, Catrina. It has been a blast. She needed this, you know, because sometimes you don't know what people need, and you just talking, being yourself in general. But that was the thing that they needed to help get them over the hump and keep them moving forward. And so God has just blessed you in so many ways. I mean, just being connected to you has really been a blessing on my life. I mean, man, Pastor Barb, thank you.
Oh, I know, right? I met you at the conference, and and then next, is it okay if I let them know about our conference?
Yes, go ahead.
Next Saturday, I'm actually having a Grow and Leap LEAP conference. The LEAP stands for something, but you can't find out until you come to the conference. And you can go on my website and register. It's only $30. It's an actual conference. It's only 4 hours, and it's a business and networking conference and a leadership conference, but it also has some great things. I have some great speakers and panelists that want to be there. It's the Grow and Leap conference. It'll be at Mary Grove College on Saturday, May 14th from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. It's going to be some food, some shopping, and some great nuggets. Oh my goodness, you're going to go away full. And if you think today was something, wait till next week. So I'll make sure I'll let her have the flyer, so if she doesn't mind to share, I will.
Yes.
I can't wait. It's going to be phenomenal.
Yes, I'll post a flyer on my page for all of you all who want to go to the conference. Make sure you get your tickets. I mean, $30, man, to learn all of what, like, you gave us a lot on the podcast today, so I can't even imagine what you're going to provide. And I hate that I'm going to be in Myrtle Beach, but I'm like, so, oh my God, but that's okay, because what that means is when it's time for the next conference, that means God wants us to do something together.
That's right. I was going to say, you already know we want to tag team.
Yes. Like, he know what he doing when he put the heavy hitters together.
That's right.
And you know what I love about being attached to wonderful, beautiful sisters of God, that he sends somebody in your life to bless you in the area that you're weakest at. Yes. So everybody can see you looking 100% or having their picture of you could be of you having it all, but they don't know, like, oh, I'm weak in this area, and that area where you weak, God sent. So the areas that you weak, God sent me to bless you in those areas, and the areas that I was weak, God sent you to bless me. And I thank you for that.
I thank you so much for your consulting and just your wisdom and knowledge in different areas that I was looking for. And I was like, okay. And when I say he just allowed us to be able to bless each other, this was a sisterhood that he put together. Even though I have 5 sisters, I have hundreds of sisters that's just he has linked me with. So I thank God for that. And I'm happy that you are in my life. And I'm so proud of you and excited about your future. And I want you to go to Myrtle Beach and rock it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
I want some pictures.
Okay, you got it. And so thank you again for coming on today's podcast. Like, you got to come back again. And so we had to set it up. Maybe we can do like a fashion month and just have all these different things about fashion. And perhaps maybe we can prepare to, maybe you could bring like some statement pieces. There's some pieces out that we can, like, just give the audience a little bit more, and then I don't know, we'll figure it out. But I'm always open.
I'm home of the One Woman Fashion Show. I do a One Woman Fashion Show live every weekend on Facebook at 10:30. It's the midnight. If you haven't done it yet, go on my page on Catrina Hurst and rewatch my videos. You can personal shop. It's a live auction, and I ship to you. It's a great way to do some online shopping, and prices are very reasonable, very unique pieces. Trust me. Yeah. I can do a whole little fashion show set in this time. I can show so many pieces.
Yeah. Oh, so I'm ready. I'm excited. I can't wait. Right. I can't wait. Yeah. I'm excited. Look, so I'm so glad. Again, thank you for coming on the podcast.
You welcome.
We do 1 hour because I know people got stuff to do. So I'm just blessed and grateful that they come and they join us and
Amen.
just be a part of what we're offering them and providing them. And it's just a blessing because God just keeps sending, wonderful people into my life, such as yourself. So
Oh, so sweet. Same here. Same here. I wish you nothing but the best.
thank you. And so I'm going to take you off the stage. I'm going to say my closing and I'm going to let everybody go.
All right. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in.
All right, you guys. I hope you all really, really enjoyed the tips that Catrina provided for you all today. I'm telling you, y'all, she's been nothing but a blessing in my life because she's like my personal stylist and shopper. So you can acquire her services the same as I do. Or you can, like you said, watch her mobile fashion show, but make sure you go to the conference so that you can just be in person and firsthand and get because she's a woman of God. So it's like she's going to pour into you. Like you're going to get more than just fashion. Like it's just going to totally change your mind. And so go ahead and get your mind blown out the water and go to the conference and enjoy yourself. Because when you look good, you feel good. And it's not always easy to jump into that mindset. And everything takes one step at a time. See, somebody said to me, celebrate my small wins, right? Because you guys, if you all have been watching the podcast since the beginning, I've been very transparent that I dealt with depression and different little things. And so I've spent several years of these past years dealing with one thing at a time, fixing it and addressing it and acknowledging that it was there and then working on me, right? And don't just living in it and staying complacent in it, just like moving above and rising above it. And every time I have a great day, I celebrate my win. Like, oh, today is a great day. Oh, it's another great. So I don't say like, oh, it's a great month, it's a great week. I celebrate each day by day and I take it day by day. And so that I can continue to grow and move forward. And this is what I'm saying to you. Celebrate your small wins. Even if you put on the sharpest outfit today, or you go buy some shoes, or you would do a walk around the block, or you do some type of exercise, like she says, something to make you feel good, something that will help you transition into the person that you are really inside, like to bring that inner person out. Like do what you need to do to help bring her out. And we're going to be here rooting you on, walking with you, praying with you, loving on you, whatever it is. We're here with you at Erica Lynn Speaks Podcast. And so if you guys have no other questions or nothing to say, I think it's time for me to get out of here, right? Because I just gotta like keep it moving. And Kim, he said, oh, that's right. Thank you, Kim, for that. When Dawn was on the podcast last week, y'all know Dawn is coming back at the end of the month. And we did the 30-day water challenge. And so all of you all who have been participating in the water challenge, and if you still want to participate, put hashtag Erica Lynn Fam Water Challenge, and we're going to reach out to you and provide you with some more information on the water challenge. The goal was for you to drink more water than you have been. So at the end of the 30 days, you're drinking more water. And the goal is, as she said, I asked her, how much water do you drink? She says, take your body weight and split it in half and turn it into ounces. So that should be the ultimate goal of what you should get to by the end of the 30 days. And when you have drank enough water, your body feel good, your mind feel good, your kidneys is clean. Like you have really started releasing all those toxins and things out of your body. So don't forget to put hashtag Erica Lynn Fam down in the comment section. Next week is my birthday bash. Woohoo! So make sure you guys tune in on the podcast for Erica Lynn's birthday bash. We're just going to have a big party on the air. Y'all know how I like to do it on the podcast every year. We're going to have some guests stop in. We're going to have some wonderful, we're just going to have fun. And so make sure you tune in because I like to have fun. I don't know about you guys. And when you guys go to the website, y'all know we take everything and throw it on the website, ericalinspeaks.com. So do me a favor. Can you give us a 5-star rating, please? Just do me a favor. And we have all different places you can listen to the podcast: Spotify, Apple Music, Pandora, like whatever you need, it's on. You just go to the website, Erica Lynn Speaks, and it's there. So again, follow us on Facebook, follow us up on YouTube, and make sure whatever you do, put hashtag Erica Lynn Fam, right? So that we know that you're watching us. And we got some happy birthdays coming in. Thank you, Catrina. And Kim saying, happy birthday. It's time to party, you guys. So I'm going to let you go, though, because I have kept you all long enough. I appreciate you. But as I say every week, and I'm going to continue to say it, I'm never going to stop saying it, and is always remember to take one step beyond you. God bless you. I'll see you guys next week for the birthday bash. Yay! This podcast was brought to you by EricaLynnSpeaks.com. Sign up for your free consultation today at EricaLynnSpeaks.com/work with me. And just remember, it only takes just one step beyond
Beyond you. I say Erica Lynn Speaks.